that?
Did you clean out the inside?
Why? Wasn't it dirty in there? Now, some of the other stuff I did earlier. Hi, see, it's dry. Then I got this here cheese grater. And I left that on purpose to see if I could make sure it was dry, and then it's this.
It's a cheese grater?
Basically. It's like the first layer of sandpaper you do to make it even. I did this one really super thin, so there's not much to get. Again, can't say it enough, I'm just perfecting the surface, not building it. And that was sanded. Someone got in the door too. Gotta open the door.
Where's the screwdriver that identifies as a key?
In the trunk. Didn't mean to get it on there, but I did. And this one there too. Okay, then what else did I do?
Rocker.
Yeah, that's not quite dry enough yet.
I grinded that.
You grounded it? Ground it? Ground it?
Grounded.
This one's pretty dry enough.
It's not flat.
And this was getting too dry to put on, but I did anyway. If I were using tools like air tools, I'd be having my mask on. You don't want to breathe fiberglass for sure, and you don't want to breathe all this dust either. See, if you just go one place, it'll dig a hole, so that's gotta go. Pretty good now. Check this. The lip's a little bad, but I can fix that. When I spray that sprayable filler on here, are you the cameraman or the screwing around man? Look at me. When I spray it with the sprayable filler, I'm gonna have to do the entire car with the hand tools. There's no more electric or air tools. They're too rough. So you can see, if it sands down to the metal, that's a high spot. It's like sticking up higher. If it still stays down like this, it's a low spot. You want to get it as level as you can. And that's the purpose of filler. Make it all one level. And remember, I wrecked this panel. This is the replacement panel, half of it. You take this and put some of this powder on it and then just put it on. And that way when you sand it off, you can see where it was. Because when you get in here in a million things, you can't see where you were sanding.
Looks like there was a wire brush right here.
That was, that round sander, it's called a DA, that's what does those kind of marks. And I was scrubbing off bug vomit or whatever they do. sand epoxy, it does this. Makes these little gumballs that are a pain in your butt. Wait, you can always use it later as you, like, you roll it up and get like the hard to reach corners, like that or whatever. Some of the places just there's no way to reach with a tool. There's some filler right here. I'd have to get a chisel and get that out. And there's not even really filler by it. It just kind of falls down into this channel. A lot of it fell down in here. I've chiseled it out more than once. Let's see, we just did this. It's barely hard. But this is super flat.
It's already done almost.
Yeah, it used to bulge out right here, and I pounded it in and then filled it right there. When we got the car, there was a big hole right here, and a big hole right here, and a big hole right there. That's one of the reasons those are trouble spots. And that package tray, there's a lot of filler. When I was doing that gap, I messed that up and made it like a, but like this, I can't do with a tool, so I have to do by hand. So
I can't use a tool right here.
This won't fit very well. And this is just a pinhole. It's no big deal, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Make it look really good.
Rear balance is already welded on.
This whole thing is done welding. There's no more welding to do.
How does the bumper bolt on though?
Goes right here.
Got bumper holes already?
Yeah, there's 4 of them, 2 here and 2 there. You could spend months just sanding. Depends on how good you want it to be. I want mine to be really good. This is from a hole that I did when I cut this and moved it out when I put these things on.
This needs more fiberglass right here.
Yeah, a little bit maybe. Start out with a 40 grit and go all the way up to 600 grit. It's smooth as glass. But if you don't wear gloves, start sanding your skin. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. It's cross patterns. Down here, sand it till it's even with that one. Get closer. Try not to sand the door. Only where the filler is. Go side to side. No. Flatten the board. Quit worrying about that. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just keep pressing down right there. Now go back and forth. You gotta press down. Now pull it up. Kind of an X pattern. Yeah. Now the other way. Now, one time each way. Yeah. This is the way we sand our car, sand our car, sand our car.
side coat, that way you can see where you've been and what's the same level. If there's still a line in it, then you got to get it out of there. Feel it with your hand. See where it doesn't feel right. Let me see. Feels pretty good. Right here. Hold on. Don't just stick it right there. You gotta go back and forth, make it move. Now this way. Pretty good? Right there. Right there a little bit. Just barely. Oh, keep it flat. Yep, that's good.
Low right here.
And
all right, we're gonna call it a day today. We sanded down the fiber glass part, put the regular filler on that,
Now we gotta sand the rest of it today.
and same with that, sanded that down and put the regular kind on that. Put a couple little spots in here. We sanded a little too far right there. I had to put some more fiberglass there. These are done. We're not touching the rear valance anymore. I'd like to thank my special guest star, my son, for showing up today. And actually, I think it's the first time he's ever sanded this car, ever.
It's not true.
What did you sand before?
I feel like I've sanded it before.
Also, that rocker is now with the regular mud. And the hood, we did some and already sanded that off. It looks bad, but let's see.
You gotta come show them the great job that I did with my stuff.
No, it feels great. What are you gonna measure? Be careful because it's wet.
Oh, right there.
It's wet.
Look, though.
Other than he went through the bare metal.
I did this part right here, see?
So yeah, where you went through the bare metal, yeah, so. It's pretty good. You did good. You just gotta watch. You don't want to go to bare metal. A lot of these other spots that have bare metal, they'll be fine. I'm probably gonna shoot the car again with epoxy. I haven't decided. So next it'll be more sanding, yay. And then next after that, more sanding. And then after that, more sanding, yeah. You know something I haven't done? The front, I guess it's called a valance. I have the front valance, but I haven't done anything to it. I probably should open it up and get it sanded down and, you know, ready. Doesn't necessarily need to be attached, but I should have it ready. All right, here we go. Let's take a closer look now that it's outside. It's where we've got the rockers, and I'm telling you, it looks great. Sand that down a little and that's gonna match perfectly. I also want to do the, man, I don't even need to on this side really. I wanted to do the fiberglass filler on the gaps and make them like perfect, but man, that's already really close. Is it raining? Sometimes Mother Nature doesn't want you to take a break. I'm already worn out physically, so, you know, sad, but it doesn't really kill my feelings. So was it just a momentary thing? They don't really look like rain clouds. Huh. Well, let's give it a minute. I think what I'll do is get it, get this right here, this package tray at least. And if it starts getting too drippy, I'll just push it in. Situation on this other rocker where I attached the new quarter, just wasn't quite level, so I just attached a new, I just put a skim coat over it. Now I'm going to sand it down, and you can already see it's going to be perfect. I'm not going to, I mean, it's barely anything on there, just to perfect the surface. Again, don't overdo it. You don't want to build your car out of this stuff. You just want to make it extra fancy smooth. So visually it looks good and it feels good. Hold on. Yeah, let's see how it looks with this. It's a little low right here. Hard to turn your hand that way. Right there. See, I like to close my eyes so I don't let the data confuse, but I mean it's barely. I don't say that a lot, but it's good enough. It's damn near perfect. It's almost perfect. That is really close to perfect. That could use some filler. But barely. So I still will do a line of filler along here, but not for the gap, but for the levelness where the panels meet. All right, now we work on the roof. About right in the middle, off to the side, where it's just not quite, and we're talking barely, not quite level. Even with the filler on there, it's not level. So I'm going to go ahead and sand that down and see what happens. Do it from, I guess, this side. And I'm going to use the fresh paper, even though this is fine. I like to use a fresh one because then I don't worry about it. And I don't usually throw these away very quickly. I use them for this. Still a little bit of tackiness on them. It's good to kind of feel it in your hand. Again, surface perfection. That's the point. Or as possible, possibly as close as you can get.
So finally, we'll take it back.
So finally, I got it where I like it. That's probably, let me take this mask off. That, I would imagine, took me at least probably 5 times to get it to where I want. Little teeny skim coat here, sand it down. Another little teeny skim coat there, sand it down. You can look at the different layers right here. But it feels good now to my hand. Maybe a little teeny bit with the board, with the manual, when I say. Again, you don't want to overdo it. Wreck all your progress and start over. Beautiful. Okay. Well, that's really all I wanted to do today, other than align the fenders. But I suppose I could put another teeny tiny skim coat on this, but I don't really need to, because it's going to have the sprayable filler on there, so I don't think I will. Step will be to align the fenders. And I've got the bolt kit for that. That came from the you-know-where, AMD. You think they would give it to me for free. Same thing with this, the rubber stuff. I am going to do a skim coat. Once I have these doors exactly where I want them, bent out and everything, I'll do a skim coat across here so that this surface will be absolutely level. It's really good now, but I want it to be better. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.